What's good?
Well, growing up hip hop star Brianna, she got arrested on live streaming. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been arrested?
No. Okay, I'm lying. I have.
Mm. I would say indecent exposure.
No, it wasn't. It was a troubling experience. Do you want to hear the story? It's a long story. You got to come back to
No,
the studio. I'll tell you that.
yeah, I don't want to hear it because I'm not gonna believe it.
It's a great dog. You'll love it. It's a great story. You'll love it. You'll love it.
But
You'll love this story.
she is the daughter of Kendu Isaacs and the stepdaughter of Mary J. Blige. So apparently she has been going through a lot of troubling problems, but that was documented February 2019 on Growing Up Hip Hop. But recently, she had somebody come to her door. They had problems. Brianna took a knife. Now, no one was apparently hurt, but the police were called, and she was the one arrested. Which is, I'm kind of confused why she was the one who was arrested because they came to her though. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's because she was black.
Oh, you think so?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pull a race card. We're gonna move on. So speaking of race cards, Black Twitter is trying to cancel Sean DePaul. You know who Sean DePaul is, right?
The Sean Paul, the reggae singer?
Yeah, it's only one except for the other one.
You said Sean DePaul.
Yeah,
but I guess he's trying to say it like how he said it.
Yes.
Sean DePaul.
Sean DePaul. So apparently he's been called out by Black Twitter because he ain't black. He's multiracial this whole time. So his father's side, apparently his grandmother is black, and his father is Portuguese, which is white people from Portugal.
Right.
So they like, and he grew up in a Jewish household where he also had a bar mitzvah. So they're saying like, oh, so you ain't really Haitian.
So first of all, he had a bar mitzvah though?
He had a bar mitzvah, which is okay because Drake had a bar mitzvah too.
Drake did have a bar mitzvah.
He did. So, and, you know, it says that we're also unsure if he practiced Judaism as his faith. So apparently Black Twitter like, oh no. So they feel they have been like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. What's that word that Malcolm X used? Hoodwinked. Bamboozled.
Hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray?
Yeah. Black people feel they have been led astray by Sean DePaul because he ain't black. This whole time we've been letting our brown skinned women just gyrate on him, and he's white.
Okay, so they about 25 years too late on this one. I knew that already.
I'm sure you did, but we didn't. We didn't know his mama was Jewish. We thought he was black.
Well, here's the thing.
Or anybody from Portuguese.
Here should be upset.
Blacks was the first Jew. You're right about that, sister.
Is Reggae Nation upset?
I don't know. Reggae Nation ain't on Black Twitter. They don't matter. Only Black Twitter matters. Thank you.
So give me the line at Pastro. So if that song comes on, you're not dancing to it?
No.
Shake that thing. I'm gonna shake that thing. Yeah, look, you want to dance now. Look at your face.
Because that one different. I still know the dance.
Listen, look at your face. You was about to get up as soon as I said, shake that thing. Once you hear that song, you start,
I still you have to choreography from that video, so that's different. That is my youth. That's like 5th, 6th grade. Okay?
Are you heel toeing?
You didn't know. First of all, you didn't heel toe to that song. If you was dancing to that song, you had to do the moves that was in the video, okay?
First of all, you heel toe to Give Me the Light, actually.
I didn't say you didn't. I said you didn't heel toe to Get Busy. Can we move on to your other brothering? Because one thing about this generation, my generation of people, we love to take y'all 90s people down.
So okay, what's going on now?
Your boy Too Short, apparently he did issue an apology because he was caught on Instagram Live, saying how he loved mixed women. Now, which, I mean, everybody has a preference. it's nothing wrong with that. But when
Right.
you're a black man, and and we have this thing where black men, of course, not loving black women like they should, and it always has to be that thing of like, oh, you must be mixed because black isn't beautiful enough. You got to be mixed because you have long hair, or you got to be mixed because you're lighter, or you too pretty to be dark skinned, kind of thing. So he did issue an apology. He said, of course, he has dark skinned women in his family, black women in his family. I don't really care for the celebrity apologies thing. Like, I just feel like you said what you said. I don't think you should apologize. I mean, because apologies really don't mean anything. But, just stand on your ground.
Yes, that's what I'm about. Stand your ground.
Because you said what you said.
If you like light-skinned women, that's him. If you like the mixed breed, that's him.
He said mixed women. Mixed. With a little swirl. Meaning they ain't black. He don't want them black. He want them little, he wants some droppings.
You want the vanilla swirl.
Kind of like how you like your women, because I know you don't really like black women like that.
Really? You don't do that. That is slander.
Speaking of your and speaking of someone else.
Listen, don't do that. We reframe that. Don't do that.
Can I move on to the next story? We can't. We can't get caught up in your feelings.
No, don't do that. You know I love my daughters. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know how I feel about the black woman.
Christopher Styles. Can I move on to your other brother who don't like white women, Tiger? So his ex came out and revealed why that she pressed charges.
Sweet Honey T, don't do that. Don't feed into his shenanigans, Sweet Honey T. You already know.
What? I just take a sip. I just had to take a sip. So she's saying, she posted on her Instagram page that her intentions was to never come public about this, but she unfortunately had to release a statement because, TMZ broke the news and the story. So Tiger was arrested in a felony domestic violence incident. So he hasn't came out, and his team hasn't came out and gave any comments on the story, but he was released on a $50,000 bond. And she's saying like she didn't want to make a big deal about it, which a lot of better women don't, but she felt like she had to speak out on her behalf.
Right.
So I hope, Tiger get his things together. I hope he ain't out here. But I will say, you do remember one of his closest friends is
Chris Brown.
I didn't ask you to say nobody's name.
Chris Brown, Chris Breezy.
I didn't ask you to say nobody's name.
Chris Breezy.
And that's the problem with N-words today. Y'all always trying to call out people that have got nothing to do with the situation.
Oh,
I just want to let the record show when I make it big and famous and Chris Brown becomes my friend that I did not use his name. You did.
Okay, I met Chris Brown. Who cares?
I
Nobody's
care.
scared of Chris Brown.
I care. So apparently,
Drake said that. Face?
Huh? Yeah. You got bags under your eyes. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to an amazing man who everybody loves, who loves black women wholeheartedly, and he treats everyone with kindness and respect. Drake.
I knew you were going to say Drake. First of all, Drake, baby is not even from a black woman, but that's fine.
Excuse me?
Baby is not even from a black woman, but that's fine.
Things happen. But
Drake get a pass.
Don't put your negativity on Drake.
Drake get a pass?
Yes, his mother is white. We can't help the households that we were brought in. That's the problem. Y'all just show I don't stand for Drake slander of any kind.
Listen, I'm not slandering Drake.
For Drake slander from nobody.
I'm not slandering Drake. I said did Drake get a pass? You said Drake gets a pass. I said okay.
He gets hall passes. He gets movie passes. He gets any kind of pass he gets. Now mind your business.
Drake can't do no wrong, right?
No.
Understood.
Okay. So apparently, he was, before he started becoming this big rap star, he was on this little show you may remember called Degrassi. That was during my youth years. You were probably like on your second child, or by the time Degrassi was popping. Degrassi to us was like Melrose Place for you, something like that.
Never watched Melrose Place.
No, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I mean,
I never watched Melrose Place.
All your shows from your time, they're very iconic. Your Melrose Places, your Beverly Hills 210. I'm going to give you all those things. You can have them.
You're just not going to name Martin or nothing. You're just going to name all these predominantly white shows. I never watched.
Chris, I'm not judging what you like. I'm not judging what you watch. I'm not judging you at all. That's the shows that you watch, brother. You can watch whatever you want.
You gonna end it with brother too?
Because I'm not judging. I'm just trying to get through my Drake story.
Keep going with your.
So apparently Drake came out and
did he? Wow, I kind of figured that. I kind of figured listening to his music, every time I decipher his lyrics, I kind of figured that it is good. It's good for the culture.
No,
it's good for the culture. It's good for the rap. It's good for the rap culture.
That
somebody
edit that out.
Listen, it's good for the rap culture. That somebody that could take the lead on this, man. They need to. Maybe it opens eyes for a lot of people. Shout out to Drake, man. Give it up to Drake. Clap it up for Drake, baby.
We're going to Drake.
You heard it here first.
Oh, no, you did.
DJ Kristyles, according to BrandonCarter211.com, that Drake is coming out. That's what he said.
That's not what I said. And do not disrespect Drake like that anyway. What I said, I'm going to reword it. What Drake said when he was on Degrassi, he contemplated very hardly quitting the show because, of course, his character Jimmy had to be in a wheelchair.
Because the pressure of him at that time, they couldn't reveal his true self. I get it. I understand that.
You just gonna keep going with the Drake slander and think you can walk outside and start your car? Either way, apparently Drake said that his fan, he was, for the bad lack of words, basically bullied because people thought he was soft because of his character. And I just want to say, Drake, that's not why they thought you were soft. You were just soft, and it's nothing wrong with that. That's who you are as a person, baby, and we love you for it.
Do you hear his rap lyrics? He is not soft.
Drake is soft, and that's fine. That's fine because we all need men who have hearts and feelings. Because it's those men that don't got feelings that be a little crazy. I show you a man who don't be crying, and I show you a man who's hitting somebody. You better let him cry.
Right.
That's on you. I heard you.
Oh.
You've been seeing Nelly and his former friend Ali of the St. Lunatic. They just been going back and forth.
Well, because one got money, the other one don't. I haven't seen it, but pretty sure I got money.
Let me rephrase that. Nelly don't go back and forth at all. Ali is the one. Ali is saying like, apparently he was the one writing all of Nelly's lyrics, which I feel like that is like a constant thing from that era. I don't know why everybody likes to come out 10 years later and say who wrote what, but that's
at this point,
that real time
really matter now.
Yeah. But I mean, has been going back. Did you know Nelly released a country EP in August?
Yes, I did.
I didn't.
Yes, I did.
And it's sold.
Well, he's going. How many sell?
13,000 copies. That's probably why we didn't hear about it.
Oh, you mean that's how many stream, like total streams?
If it was sold 13,000 copies, it probably actually sold less than that, and that's probably. Yeah. Well, apparently, I just feel so. I mean, Nelly, he had a nice run where he did 10 million back to back. So we just gotta give it to him. You can't sell 10 million forever.
But that tour is selling out though. So the tour he's on is selling out though, right?
Well, that's because everybody loves reunion tours because everybody loves nostalgia. So now a lot of artists,
but they sell out stadiums though, so there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's very perfect, and it is what it is. And Ali's just gonna stay in his mother's basement, and he's gonna be Saudi. But I hope
can Ali tour right now?
He's supposed to be touring with Nelly. They supposed to be on tour with Nelly.
Is he? Or he's supposed to or no? Yeah, no, yes.
They supposed if Nelly on tour, they supposed to be on tour too.
No, it just say Nelly's on tour. It doesn't say the Satan Lunatics on tour with him.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying it's always supposed to be Nelly and the St. Lunatics. But since it's not, we're going to move on. Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, her rapist husband, have reportedly responded back to the witness intimidation lawsuit.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Isn't that allegedly? I know he went to jail, but
he was convicted of first-degree attempted rape on Jennifer Huff in 1995.
You can say it. You can say it. You good. No, we got to make sure we don't slander anybody's names out here. So that's good.
Oh no, we can slander convicted rapists.
Oh, absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, trust me.
Absolutely.
I wasn't going to say allegedly with that because I understand that case, and that's what he was convicted of. But I mean, I guess everybody can grow, and I mean, just because you rape somebody once don't mean you're a rapist forever, I guess. Because I mean, I'm sure he's a changed man. He done secured that bag and got Nicki Minaj pregnant.
He did. He absolutely, and try to secure it again because he's trying to get number 2.
Shame.
What does he do for a living?
He bangs Nicki Minaj. That's a full-time job.
Listen, out of all the guys, Nicki Minaj men list is suspect. It's very suspect, man. And listen, just the guys that you choose, it's very suspect. She's not very suspect. Her skills of choosing dudes is not great.
And they're not, but most women skills when choosing men aren't. And her list it's not suspect. It's just she doesn't have a good track record.
It's flawed a little bit.
I mean, I really thought Safari was a good choice until he started becoming his regular self.
Safari probably was her best choice because he really, they was a great team together.
They were until we realized, but that's when Safari was acting level-headed, and he seemed like, and he made you think like, yeah, it probably was Nicki acting crazy, and then he got a love of hip-hop, and it's like, oh no, you don't have any sense.
Right. He didn't play his role.
No, he definitely didn't. And then he started to act himself on out, and then he got that poor Erica Mena pregnant twice, and just drove.
Erica Mena, and that Bow Wow ex.
Why you have to bring up somebody's ex?
Oh, I just thought that Bow Wow ex.
And that it's been a long time. That's been a while. Why you gotta N-words? All you gotta bring up somebody past. Why you gotta bring up an old body?
Her choices might be a little suspect too now.
Your woman's choices is suspect too.
No, my woman's they're not. They're absolutely not. They are great. They're great. And let me once I get to the room of celebrities, it is over.
That's because you think you're the catch.
I am the catch. Hands down. And that's the problem with Safari, Chad Moss, that guy who did that guy that Nicki Minaj with, Cardi B, her husband, and all them guys.
Don't put Barty in there.
Barty got a bad choice too.
Ain't nothing wrong with Offset.
Man. Listen, it's Offset. It's Offset.
Do you smell that? I smell a hater. That's what I smell. I smell a hater.
Listen, but they can't handle females like that. They never see the problem with these dudes. They never had bad ones in their lifetime. Mm-hmm. So when they get to a certain level and they are able to have one, they don't know how to act because they never prepped themselves mentally, emotionally, socially, and everything else that come with the ALLY.
You must have went to church on Sunday, did you, Pastor?
I'm just saying, them guys don't understand, and they don't know. They don't know how to walk in them waters. They don't. They just drown. They get to panicking.
Interesting.
That's their problem. I'm just telling the truth, man. I'm just telling the truth. They trying to be all nice, walking. Now, no, man, you walk in there like you the catch too. Like, no, we don't eat. We equal. We like each other. You ain't doing me a favor, cause I'm doing a charity case. I'm not a charity case. I look just as good as you. I'm gonna pull just like you pull.
So, may I ask you, what do you carry in your purse?
I don't have a purse. I don't carry purses.
I don't believe it, because I feel like you want to get proposed to and you like your doors open, don't you?
No, I don't. I do all that. That's the thing. That's the thing. I do all that too.
I don't know. I feel
I do
like
all that
you
too.
want somebody to
No,
lay
you
down
have
their
to
coat
listen.
for you.
No, you have to do all that because you gotta let them know you are the catch. That's the key. You are. I am when I am. You are what you are, and you do all that stuff.
Now you
You
just
let them know,
turned into DJ Khaled.
I'm
I
never
see
going to.
you've been watching Kevin Williams. You've been watching Kevin Samuels a little too much.
Never.
That's
See,
not my business.
He disrespect women. Nah, he disrespect women. I don't like that.
All right, so Jay-Z was just recently on the red carpet for The Harder They Fall. It's a black Western, which everyone should go check out because we don't have too many black Westerns. Big production. Huh?
Did you watch it?
It's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
You seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Well, it's not out, so you shouldn't have seen it. But you be getting exclusive copies of things.
I do.
So I just had to make sure you didn't get that. But so
I was about to flex and say something, but I'm good. I was about to flex and say something because I do get copies. I got Insecure. I got Insecure season. I got the whole season already.
Oh, thanks. You gonna send it to me or no?
Absolutely not. You can't get it. There's no way you can get it because they got all these pad codes and
interesting
locked up stuff.
Okay, so well, I don't really care about what you got. So The Harder They Fall is going to be in limited release October 22nd, and then it's going to be on Netflix November 3rd. So it's got Idris Elba in it, Regina King, Delroy Lindo. It's an entire ensemble cast. Also, Scream 5 is slated to come into theaters in January, and the original cast will be returning. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, with a new cast of Kill. And that's also Halloween coming up. So, Jamie Lee Curtis is reprising her role as Laurie Strode in the new Halloween film, which comes out tomorrow. So I have to go check that out. And Young Thug, can you believe Young Thug is only releasing his sophomore album? Of course, he has like bodies and bodies of work between mixtape and singles, but tomorrow the new Young Thug album, Punk, comes out. Will you be streaming?
And plus, he wrote for a lot of people. Young Thug is
he did. He has an amazing. He has a body of work, but it's crazy to say. It seemed like Young Thug is. I mean, not seem like, he has been around for a long time, but to say like, oh, he's only releasing his sophomore record is like crazy because he has so much material.
That's like Lil Uzi Vert. Like they had to force him. Like they waited so long to release his very first one, and he's been out like 4 years before he released his very first one. Because he was doing so many singles. Singles was going crazy. So he was just releasing singles.
Because we're in a single-driven time, which is okay. I mean...
Which is fine.
I know people have their problems with like, oh, don't nobody do albums no more, blah, blah. But, I mean, music changed. Things change. Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. I mean, the 90s was 30 years ago. The 60s was 30 years ago from that. I mean, it's not going to be the same, and that's okay.
No,
let this new era reign. Let this new era have their time.
It hurts them financially, but you find ways around.
Yeah, it does.
They got to work a little bit harder once they get there.
But I mean, it is what it is. They was hurt in the 90s too, and they was hurt.
No, it was.
They was hurt in the 60s too.
No, they all hurt. It's all hurt, but it's just
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, the record company is gonna find a way to F you.
Absolutely, they will. You're absolutely right about that.
What Q-Tip say? Is that Q-Tip who said Rule 380 record companies are shady?
They are. Give us a nugget before you leave. Give us something to hang our hats on.
Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow, and you look amazing. And you're glowing, you're bald, your teeth are white. You
Wow.
got
Wow.
you got a little salt and pepper beard going on. It gives you kind of wisdom. You got that little dimple. Kind of have a little bedroom eye. You do need your eyebrows done, but that's another thing.
Oh, what's wrong with my eyebrows?
I mean, you need a little shape up on the brow, but I mean, you're
A
a
little
man,
shabby.
so
I didn't think they was too bad. I didn't think the eyebrows was too bad.
it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. I love you who you are, your natural self. But I mean,
Thank you very much.
a little shape up on the brow wouldn't be too bad. But this is just Brandon Carter, BrandonCarter211.com.
I appreciate you. That's my homie, my brother, my friend, always hanging out with me. I love this guy to death. I really do, for real talk. Brandon Carter 211, check him out. Very, very funny. He left me and went to Charlotte, and he's in the same situation. He should just come back to Cleveland. But,
I would live in a tent in Charlotte before I come back to live in a mansion in Cleveland.
I appreciate you, Brandon. I really do. And Brandon Carter 211, 95.9 FM, man. That guy is hilarious. He is the man. Shout out to 4 Hour Lambo. Shout out to Mo Keep. Shout out to everybody who tuned in right now. Keep it going with this Cleveland music. True Dash. Cardi. Which one I want to go to? I don't know. Let's go to IDAC, 95.9 FM. Yeah.